This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. We are on the road to WrestleMania. I am Crispy Bacon, here with Dragon Viper. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. Just got back home yesterday from Arizona, and I loved it down there. And ready to talk some wrestling.
And we also have Christy Wilson. How you doing this evening?
I'm good. Ready to talk wrestling. Ready to talk WrestleMania, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's getting close. What,
It's getting close.
3 weeks from yesterday?
2.5, I think. Yeah.
2.5. Coming
About
quick.
that. Oh, yeah.
We
It's
also
gonna be
have,
here and then gone.
yeah.
Good evening.
We also have Thomas saying good evening.
Yeah.
So, we kind of had to SmackDown, and a couple of developments happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul revealed not only that the mat, for pay-per-views has a sponsor now, but that he will be in a triple threat match with with LA. I can't remember.
Okay. Kevin Owens
Kevin
and
Owens.
Randy
And who?
Orton. The
Yeah.
Viper. The Apex Predator.
So
Randy Orton.
Dragon Viper, you're a Randy Orton fan. What do you think of the matchup with Kevin Owens and Logan Paul?
I think it was good to add, somebody else to that match besides having, Owens and Paul in this. So it's good to see that they got Orton in it as well. I think Orton needs another title.
That'd be cool.
You think he can win it?
Nice. I think he'll win. I mean, if not, then at least Owens hopefully will win. But Logan's not needed anymore. He didn't. So you've got 2 star quality people for that title. Either Owens or Orton. Either one could win, but my pick would be Randy.
Yeah.
Christy?
I would say it would be cool to see Randy Orton have a title run, no matter what the title is. Just him having another title run would be great. But I think this match, I'm going to go Kevin Owens. It's been a really long time since he's held the United States title, and I think he can make it be more important than Logan Paul has.
What was the last time Kevin Owens had it? Was like 2016, 17, somewhere in there?
Somewhere
maybe
around,
18.
yeah, right around 2016, 17, I think. No, 17, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I remember 2016, he became the Universal Champion.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, and he called himself the greatest United States champion ever. And
That's a lie.
Oh, my God.
During that time, that was a lie. I'm sure now he would probably be a very good United States champion. Randy Orton would probably be better.
Serge is saying, can't beat the prime juice. Paul will win.
Oh, God.
Why?
Maybe I'm thinking it's a WWE thing because it's a sponsorship kind of thing. And
it is. That's all it really is. It's just also meant to put more money in Logan Paul's pocket.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, sorry, I don't drink Prime. I like Gatorade.
Yeah.
Well, I personally prefer Body Armor, but I mean, why not?
I thought it was funny. Orton's like, "Hey, this is good," and then he pours it down on the mat.
Yeah, pours it down on Logan Paul's buddy that he RKO'd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here you go. He poured it out.
Thomas is saying, I could see Orton walking out as U.S. champion.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I would not be mad if Orton won. I wouldn't be. I'm just saying I think KO will probably win, but I wouldn't be mad if Orton won.
I wouldn't either. I think Logan doesn't win it. I think either Orton or Kevin Owens does.
Yeah.
Do you think whoever has the brass knuckles would win? Like an automatic?
Would depend on who's holding them.
I think the last person. Go ahead.
And see, the thing is with these brass knuckles, it's funny you bring that up, but they can't get disqualified this time.
No.
So
triple threat rules, no DQs. You can do whatever you want, pretty much.
Yep. So it's funny you bring that in because at least this time, if someone were to use them, they couldn't get disqualified. So.
So, like, say KO knocks out Logan Paul and goes for the pin, he can still have him on his knuckles, and the ref's not going to give a damn either way. Yeah, that's how it is.
No, I didn't. I saw highlights and clips of it.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think of the rock concert, part 3?
Really?
Oh my God,
that was embarrassing.
I'm
sorry.
That was the Rock.
I was embarrassed, and the fact that it went a little bit, it ran over, cutting into some of the matches scheduled for Friday night's SmackDown, was ridiculous.
Oh man,
I did not like it. I thought it was embarrassing. I thought it was annoying. I wanted to stick ice picks in my ears. It was that bad. I was like, Megan, stop! Megan, stop!
I saw a picture of him, doing his rock concert, and a picture of Stardust, and I'm like, wait.
Oh God, Cody Rhodes.
It was just a picture. He didn't come out of Stardust.
No, I know.
But just looking at it, I immediately thought, wait, he came back as, I did not know that. But it wasn't true.
No, I know.
Thank goodness.
Oh. That would have been embarrassing for him because Cody's moved way, way beyond that embarrassing character.
Sorry, just saying, I bet there will be a spot where KO hits the stunner and Randy RKO's Paul.
That'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But which one of them pins Logan Paul? That's the big one there.
Yeah. That is the question.
Like who?
Thomas is saying, I love the blues concert.
Jeez.
And then Sarah just saying, the Rock antics worked in the 1990s and 2000s, not today.
Yeah, there seems to be, like, everyone in WWE has to be careful with what they say and everything, but with Rock, it's like, it's a double standard, and some people are pretty pissed off about it. I read that, The Rock rubbed some people the wrong way with all that crap, and I'm like, it's The Rock.
But I also think the Rock concert spot kind of hits better as a heel.
Mm-hmm, it does. I mean, if Rock was a face, it wouldn't have worked, but even as a heel, I don't think it worked.
That's how you know he's a heel.
Right. If this was the Attitude Era and he was doing that, then yeah, that would definitely work. But this is not the Attitude Era.
No.
I don't know what the heck to call this era of wrestling now in WWE.
Dragon Viper, what did you think of the concert? What did you say?
I don't know. I agree. It probably, shouldn't have happened. I think that part was back in 03, especially, 02, 03. They should think of something different to do with The Rock. They should have done, but instead of that concert. So,
right.
I was a little embarrassed for The Rock for what he, for that concert. I understand they're trying to draw him as a heel, but there's other ways he could be a heel without,
resorting to these antics. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cody Rhodes, this is your life.
There you go.
That's pretty much it. Cody Rhodes, this is your life.
No.
Oh God.
Sorry, just saying, history will or history shall repeat itself.
I wonder.
I'm confused on that. But
I wonder. I'm thinking to myself, wasn't it a long, long, long time ago in Philadelphia that The Rock got his butt kicked by a gentleman who says, "Give me a hell yeah"?
he has said he wants to return.
Maybe this might be Stone Cold Steve Austin's moment. I wonder.
I don't know. He's trying to, from my understanding, he's trying to save his final moment for CM Punk. So,
well, Punk's not going to be there, so.
well, I meant when Punk's healed up.
Right,
We'll get a speculation,
right.
I think, here in a little bit.
It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin seen in Philadelphia or something. I don't know.
Right.
I'm thinking history could repeat itself in that way, but I don't know. Couldn't say for sure. Maybe.
We also found out that we are going to get the brother versus brother matchup. Jimmy Uso versus Jey Uso. I think it'll work out under one condition. It's a street fight. Philadelphia street fight. Usos love street fight.
Yeah. Could you imagine Jimmy and Jay going all over Lincoln Financial Field, just beating the crap out of each other? They're using practically everything from people's drinks to chairs, putting each other through tables, and excuse me, please. Just God.
I'm waiting.
Saying, I mean, I just say I'm not. Don't make it like AEW does a version of a street fight, including blood and everything, but just have them just go all over the damn arena, just beating each other up.
WWE has reintroduced blood a little bit, so
kind of.
You never know.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm wanting to watch is Rikishi going to have anything to do with it?
I keep hoping not, because he probably is like, these are my two of my sons. Let them duke it out. I want no part of it.
The only way I could see him like getting involved is like interfering in the match in a way and going stop.
It's like what are you two doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
Don't do this kind of thing. That's the only way I think he interferes in the match.
Right, is being the concerned father for two of his kids.
Right. Or if he doesn't want to go that route, special guest referee.
Yeah.
I've heard people throw that around, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather wait until Rikishi himself makes an appearance on either Raw or SmackDown and says so himself. Because I just don't think it's a good idea to depend on speculation on what's going to happen.
So Thomas is saying of him and Serge's, comments back and forth. He was responding to me, to my comment about Hurricane being a producer, as he wants Hurricane to
interact with the
Rock.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And then Thomas is saying, I don't know if Rikishi can get down to a count.
Well, he could probably get down, but not get back up.
Yeah, he's going to need help getting back up if you have him do that. Let's say Rikishi.
I heard he did say who his quote unquote favorite is, or which side he's leaning towards, but I haven't read it. But yeah, there's that match, and then we were also announced.
Oh, wait a minute! Yeah, Rikishi is actually 58 years old.
Yeah.
So it may be best that he just not try and be a special guest referee, because who knows how much damage his body has taken over the years from his years in the ring.
He could be a ring announcer, special guest ring announcer. But we also got the 6-pack challenge for the undisputed tag team championships.
Yes.
SmackDown is going to have a mini tournament, 4 participants in 2 brackets, so 8 teams.
Oh, kind of like March Madness.
Yeah, a little bit. And then the 2 teams from each bracket will move on to the to WrestleMania. Raw is going to have 3 matches. Winners move on.
Yeah.
That's how
they're going to be going up.
Participants.
And they're going to go up against and Damian Priest and Finn Balor are the ones who are going to have to put those titles on the line against these tag teams that make their way to that final match.
Yeah. So in bracket number.
Yep, go ahead.
Bracket number 1. On SmackDown, you would have Legado del Fantasma in LWO.
Right.
Then you have New Catch Republic, and Pretty Deadly. Legado del Fantasma and New Catch Republic moved on.
Okay.
So I'm thinking their championship or the finals of that one will be on Friday. I'm thinking.
Okay.
But what is confirmed Friday is the second bracket, Street Profits and AOP.
Oh my goodness.
And then you have Grace okay, I'm thinking something else.
Okay.
And then Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I think one other team, I can't remember.
Miz and R-Truth, probably?
No, they're in the Raw.
Okay, they're on the Raw side. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But on the Raw, you got the New Day versus Alpha Academy. That's Otis and Tozawa.
Okay, Otis and Tozawa. I thought it was going to be Otis and Chad Gable, but
no. Well, there's speculation with him later.
Okay.
You also got DIY versus the Creed Brothers.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to put in their old tag team name. Awesome Truth and Indashir. So on the Raw side, who would advance? Do you guys? Dragon Viper?
Oh, that is a very good question.
Yeah.
Just because of R-Truth, I'm going to have to go with The Miz and R-Truth.
Same.
Yeah.
They are projected to beat Balor and Priest for those titles.
I have heard that, yeah.
I have as well.
And if they're wanting to split up the belts, I could see both like Awesome Truth and Judgment Day grabbing one set each. You know what I mean? A SmackDown and a Raw side, and then that's how they split them.
Okay.
I've been hearing that.
Yeah.
Because it's or sometime after Mania, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they got time between now, WrestleMania, and even Backlash in Paris in May. They need to figure this out because there's so much speculation about whether you keep the titles undisputed or you split them. The Good Brothers, they're in NXT, Thomas.
Well, no, they're on the SmackDown bracket against.
Last time I saw them, it was
Theory
against Waller and Theory. Yeah, I was gonna say last time I saw the Good Brothers, they had made their way down to NXT, and it's confusing as to why they're there.
Thomas is saying he doesn't like the Street Profits and AOP are facing each other.
In bracket number 2, there's already a storyline between both tag teams because of the feud between the two guys whose factions they each belong to, and that's Bobby Lashley with the Street Profits and then Karrion Kross with AOP, the Final Testament.
I can see in that one Street Profits almost winning,
and then AOP
or Lashley.
Or maybe Karrion Kross, maybe. Or Paul Ellerling, or even Scarlett for that matter.
Right, interfere, and then they're like, hey.
some sort of interference might take place.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they'll advance.
No.
Let's see. They are working NXT and SmackDown. So
okay. I wasn't sure what the. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were working both shows or they were just hanging out in NXT.
Right.
Waiting for their opportunity to beat Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin for those tag team titles.
They'll get something at this point, I think.
I think it's something.
It just depends on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to that's probably going to be the match of the WrestleMania so far.
Right.
At least looking at that, because we haven't had a ladder match in a while.
No. Not in a long time.
No. We're going to go to that Drew McIntyre Seth Rollins match. Night 2 match, I believe they said it was.
Yes. It was a part of the co-main event. Seth and Drew, Cody and Roman, night 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if I tell you CM Punk could be in that match?
He's not healed up yet. He could just walk in there and give Drew the evil eye, and that's about it. You'd be looking at him like,
he could count to 1, 2, 3.
You and me, dude. I don't know.
He could count to 1, 2, 3.
He could, and then next thing you know, Damian Priest runs in with the briefcase.
Maybe.
Tries his own version of Heist of the Century. But it will probably miserably fall short because, let's face it, Priest is not Seth Rollins.
Dragon Viper,
He's
you
not.
say no?
I'm still going off of him not cashing in time.
Right.
I called it a couple months ago, and I'm calling it now. Okay. He will run out of time and will not cash it in.
So it'll be a failed cash-in, just like the most recent failed cash-in with Otis.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Rollins is 100% medically cleared, so Priest can go after him if he wants to.
Yeah.
I think Thomas has something here. I could see Punk costing McIntyre the match. Yeah, because McIntyre has been, talking so much crap about Punk, even making fun of Punk, like sitting in the middle of the ring, that sort of thing, just mocking him.
I can see that. I kind of see that.
Yeah.
No, and I bring it up too is because I don't think it's this week, but next week they're back in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's announced for that Monday night.
Understandable. Chicago is his hometown.
So I'm thinking that he's going to announce something like, I'm the special guest referee, or I'm outside interference referee.
Or, I don't know.
Something.
I'll be the guest ring announcer.
If the ladder match happens on night 1, then Priest cashes in on Sunday.
Night 2, yeah, that's what I'm thinking could happen if it's possible.
I think that too.
I keep hearing it's going to be a failed cash-in.
Maybe that's what they want you to think.
Maybe.
Because now
I've chatted with way too many people. All keep telling me the same thing. No, Damian's not going to cash in because if he does, it's going to fail.
Because every time Rollins has a match and he wins, I keep thinking, Damian's going to cash in. And I keep thinking that, Seth could win.
Right. And Damian Priest could cash in on him, but if McIntyre wins,
he could get cashed in.
It might. I don't think it'll matter which one of them wins that title. If we could get a Priest cash in.
You same. I think that too. Where whoever wins, good, congratulations. But you're gonna hold.
Here comes Damian Priest.
30 seconds?
Minute and a half, maybe. I don't know. It'd be embarrassing for whoever, for either Rollins or McIntyre.
It would be embarrassing.
Especially with McIntyre because, this is his opportunity to finally win a championship in front of fans because he didn't get to do that. The pandemic robbed him of that opportunity to do so.
What do you guys think of Yeah, and now Priest is gonna rob him. That's sad.
It's gonna be so horrible.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened is the Bloodline going up against Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. What do you think? In the
Rock and Roman versus
stipulation,
Seth and Cody. Oh God.
yeah, in the stipulation
I
is
mean, I don't even know what bloodline rules are.
it's basically a no disqualification.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's what The Rock was saying on
No
Friday.
DQ. What was it? No DQ. Last man standing.
Anything
Any member of
goes
the
kind
bloodline
of
can come in
thing.
and kick your ass. That sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
anything
basically
goes.
a no
God.
disqualification match.
Oh boy.
Interference will be legal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but if Cody and Seth win, it's a one-on-one match, no interference.
Yep. And
Christy,
if Cody loses the match, and if Cody loses to Roman, then he's not going to compete for that title ever.
yeah, ask Drew how that felt.
That sounds so much like 2019 Cody versus Jericho. If Cody lost, he was never going to compete for the AEW World Title ever again, and he didn't. He stuck to his word.
Right.
Yeah, and Thomas says it'll be bloodline rules or to add more drama to the story, which, I can see that happening because I don't see either Seth or Cody winning night one. I think it's going to be the bloodline, but I think there's something screwy is going to happen to cause tension between Rock and Roman if that's what they intend to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think kind of will happen on night one with that match? Christy.
I mean, they say Rock and Roman win, but neither's going to be happy with the other because I'm sure there's going to be some screw up or something.
Dragon Viper?
I actually agree because I have a feeling that it will be bloodline rules on the second night. So the only way for that to happen is for Cody and Seth to lose. So I have a feeling that they're going to end up losing.
Right.
As much as I hate that thought and hate the idea and hate saying it,
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I do too. I think, to build up Cody's adversity and challenges and all this stuff.
It's like one last challenge he has to go through before he gets the ultimate opportunity to go up against Roman.
Right.
And then to see how that pays off ultimately at the end.
And then that, I think eventually, which will be on night 2, Cody will win. Yeah. But
please.
Go ahead.
No, I was just doing this. Please let that be true. Cody winning.
I think too that Cody will have to, face a new member of the bloodline.
Uh-oh.
There's several members.
I've heard a few names.
I have too.
I don't even think he's even part of the actual
Tama Tonga.
Tama Tonga. I don't think he's part of that family. I have to look him up real quick.
I think
Tama Tonga.
I think The Rock kind of caused him, kind of a quote unquote member.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by blood he's not.
No, he's not.
But still, I think if they're gonna do like an extension of the bloodline or like a Survivor Series War Games match or something like that.
Yeah, he's not part of the family. He's a wrestler, Tongan. He's from Tonga, and he used to be a member of the Bullet Club. Was a founding member of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Bullet Club faction. Yeah, I'm mentioning it, Thomas. That Tonga's not a blood relative. It's just because he's a Pacific Islander, similar to Roman and the Usos and Solo Sikoa and Rikishi, and everyone in that family is Pacific Islander descent. It doesn't mean they're all connected.
Right.
Yeah. So having Tama Tonga in the bloodline makes no sense to me because he's actually not a member of the family. Haku. I think I missed that. Oh, wow. Let me take a look. Haku.
Yeah, Haku. I didn't know that was Haku's son.
Hold on, let me He's a wrestler. And
That's
yeah, he's
crazy.
one of his kids.
Huh.
Actually,
So,
yeah.
I think
No,
that's why.
actually, Tama Tonga is adopted.
Right.
He's adopted.
And I think that's
So,
why
yeah.
they call him, like, quote unquote, member of the bloodline. Not by
Mhm.
blood, but
No.
but I can see something like that happen. I've heard that
Right.
before.
Mhm.
But no matter what happens, you know, to be through that, adversity and all that,
Right.
which is fitting to be in Philadelphia, where
Rocky.
Rocky and all that.
Mhm.
It kind of fits the storyline a little bit.
Yeah.
Any other matches you want to go over?
Women's matches. Bailey versus Io Sky, and then Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley.
I think they're doing good with the Becky
Yeah.
and Io storyline there.
Yeah. I mean, they are, but I think with the Becky Rhea thing, Liv Morgan is in the picture now, and some are saying, why don't you make that a triple threat because of Liv? And I'm like, I don't know if it's today is March 17th. WrestleMania is April 6th and 7th. I don't think that's enough time to really build up the kind of story you want to tell by incorporating Liv into it. It's going to feel like WrestleMania 35 again, where you just throw Charlotte into the mix when it was Becky versus Ronda. It's
Right.
going to feel really strange, and it's really going to feel like something's just really off.
Well, what you could do is keep Rhea versus Becky like you have it. But say in the next week or two, you put Rhea versus Liv in the non-title match. But if Liv wins, then at Backlash, she could face Rhea.
Maybe that is if Rhea retains against Becky at WrestleMania.
Right. But you put it up against Rhea, but whoever wins that match, Liv will get first crack.
Right. That would be. I think that makes more sense, because I just don't like the idea of just Liv just getting randomly thrown into this match and just screwing up what's going on. Oh, and Thomas has an idea here. He says, I think we're going to get Naomi and Bianca versus the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team titles. Oh boy. I don't think Naomi and Bianca have teamed up before. There are other women's tag teams there who I think deserve a crack at Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try the teams that are already, the women's teams are already kind of
Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro.
Throwing people together.
Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
I'm not sure about that one.
Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did have
there's some tension
the match. Candice.
It was Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus
Kabuki War, Maxine Dupree and I think it's Ivy Nile. I think. Yeah, I watched that.
And I think
Candice,
Candice LeRae turned heel.
Yeah, as she said some stuff to Maxine Dupree about because Maxine got booed at a house show. They decided to turn it into a storyline. And if I remember watching it correctly, Maxine was going to do the reverse caterpillar on Indy, but Candice stepped in and said, "Oh no, you don't," and then proceeded to mention Maxine's deceased brother, which I thought was crossing the line. And
it was definitely crossing.
It was crossing the line, and it was in extremely bad taste.
Even if Maxine said, "Sure, bring it up."
She looked like what Candice was saying really threw her off, because Maxine looked like she was shaking and was about ready to start crying her eyes out.
I think Maxine at one point, I'm just guessing here, was like, "Sure, you can, use that in the storyline. I don't care." But she didn't hear the context of what she was going to say.
No. Or she had no idea that her own brother was going to get mentioned.
Right.
And that's probably what might have thrown Maxine off and almost caused her to start crying.
Dragon Viper.
I'm sure she started bawling backstage once it was all over.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dragon Viper, do you think that Naomi and Bianca would be a tag team for Kabuki Warriors, as Thomas is pointing out?
Yeah.
If I have to look at with Naomi and Bianca, you have speed and strength.
Athleticism, yeah.
So I think it would be a good match for them. But being thrown, it's like I was saying, let's have the teams that are already teams go for those titles. Don't just throw more tag teams together when they don't need to.
Yeah, it's like, why don't we get, like, say, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, who are an established tag team?
But I think that makes it harder on the women's side. I'm just saying, because there's not as many established true tag teams. I mean, there are tag teams.
There isn't, but let's work with and help out the ones that there is already tag teams for before throwing more in. So let the tag teams, the women's tag teams that are already there, let's let them do their tag team thing and go for the titles before combining other women together.
Thomas is saying, after Naomi got laid out by Damage Control, something is going to happen on SmackDown that will make Bianca come out for the save.
It's possible.
I could see that.
Yeah. Could happen. I mean, we'll see what happens on that one.
But I think Bianca's also showing a little bit of a heel side.
Yep.
I think that's what a lot of people are pointing out.
Yep. So, I mean, the save might not, Bianca might not come out. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen there.
We don't. And maybe at this point she will. And then, after the match, they win or lose. I don't know. Bianca just turns heel.
Yeah.
But it is going to be interesting to see what happens. I know Asuka's hurt.
Yeah. So if you have the Kabuki Warriors go up against a tag team of some kind, whether it's Naomi and Bianca or Isla Dawn and Alba Fire or Kaden Carter and I don't like you using her ring name Katana Chance.
Right.
Then if you have the Kabuki Warriors lose, that is your way of writing Asuka off WWE TV and give her the time she needs to recover.
Yeah. Yeah, they did take her off house shows. But if she is not able to compete, I think they said Dakota Kai would take her spot.
Oh, boy.
Which, I mean, she was tag team champion before, so.
With Raquel Rodriguez when they were in NXT.
Right, but I mean, on the main roster, she had to
she and Io were tag team champions at one point, when Damage Control first started.
Thomas is saying Bianca will say that she didn't, come out to save Bayley. She came out because she's tired of Damage Control. She did say that.
Yeah, she did.
I remember that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Backstage. I want to go to that Intercontinental Championship match, or what was it, Triple Threat, something like that?
No, United States title. No, we already did that. The Intercontinental title is Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Right, but the qualifying match was between Chad Gable. No, it was a gauntlet match.
It was a gauntlet match, yeah. And Sami Zayn went through the gauntlet. There's controversy because some are saying, look at this picture. Look at Gable's shoulders. Are they on the mat or are they not on the mat?
And I'm thinking that Gable's going to come out Monday,
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow,
Yep.
and say, basically what you just said, Christy, that, hey,
Yeah.
my shoulders were off the ground.
Yes.
I should not, I should be still in this match.
Mm-hmm. And
They
you
could
turn that
either,
into a triple threat.
turn that into a triple threat, and I think they'll probably make all of this announcement, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
during the contract signing between
Mhm.
Gunther and Sami Zayn.
Right.
Or Gunther will bring it up, like, saying his shoulders were off the ground.
Mm-hmm. They're probably like, you should not be here, Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question to you guys, you think it should be a triple threat?
Yes.
I would have to say yes. It should be a triple threat.
It should be. I agree with
Yes.
that. I think
And
Chad could win that. Should win that.
yes,
He needs to win that.
he needs to.
I think it's easier that way for Gunther to lose his belt.
Yes,
Yeah, it protects Gunther.
it protects Gunther. It does.
Sammy can take the pin from
He can take the
Gable.
pin. And Gunther can move into that world title scene against whomever is holding a world title belt, whether it's Seth or Drew or Cody or Roman.
Yeah.
It's whoever Gunther wants to face, he will go after that person.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And it would be long overdue.
It will.
Yeah.
And I mean, Gable's tried the whole, singles thing,
Mm-hmm.
singles competition. It just
Yeah.
hasn't worked out. I think right
No.
now it's working out for him.
Yeah.
So
I think people are just believe in him so much, and they see him as such an underdog.
I do too.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a good underdog story.
Yep, that's true. Gunther needs to be pinned, as that will help the next champion. I agree, but you also got to protect Gunther at the same time.
Yeah, especially if you're going to make him a champion, a true champion.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be a little strong, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are all the matches that we can go over right now.
Right.
Oh, LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
What do you think of that match?
Go LA Knight.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between that match.
I'm not liking AJ as a heel, like him just like telling the Good Brothers, "Hey, get out of here," telling me a buzz off. I am not liking that. I'm not liking this at all. But yeah, I think LA Knight needs a win, though. I think he does.
He's been getting wins on pay-per-views.
On pay-per-view,
live events.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather see AJ win. That match will be phenomenal. And AJ,
no pun intended, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but I want to see AJ win. Only because
AJ
annoying.
Let's see. Thomas is saying about Gunther, one pinfall won't hurt him, especially at Mania.
No,
I agree. It won't.
And then he's saying LA Knight will win.
There we go.
Why?
I don't see AJ as a heel though.
I've seen AJ as a heel, and I've never been impressed by him as a heel.
I feel he has a dark, depressing side to him, but
probably does. But for him to be a heel, it just.
I'm kind of liking it, really. I'm kind of liking AJ being a heel.
It's not bad, but
no,
needs work.
I mean, it may need work. It may need work because he's not used to being a heel very often.
Right.
But
yeah,
the more you do something, the more you get practice, the more you get better at it. And they continue having AJ being a heel, he's going to get better at it. But I kind of like the fact of him being a heel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Right.
Yeah, Thomas says here this heel run doesn't make
That
sense.
is
Yeah,
true.
it doesn't make sense because I mean you can have the entire club, him, the Good Brothers, and Mia Yim all be heels instead of just AJ himself.
And then at one point, get the entire group to face Judgment Day. That'd be interesting.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
But yeah, I like AJ as a heel, honestly, right now.
Yeah,
He's been faced for so long that he needs something different.
Yeah. I don't think he's been a heel for at least a few years.
Yeah, but I thought his character kind of worked. I thought his character worked both ways, though.
I think it does. Oh, excuse me.
What do you guys think of the Hall of Fame class so far?
It's not bad.
We've been.
It's not great either.
Reviewing the names.
Mm-hmm.
You got Paul Heyman.
Expected.
Bull Nakano.
Never heard of that person.
Really?
No, I mean, I don't keep up with a lot of that stuff. But... Thomas. Let's see. AJ tried to fight the Bloodline by himself backstage, and he got his ass kicked. Yeah, he did. They did.
Yep.
If he got his butt kicked. Hall of Fame class. I know Muhammad Ali is in there.
So
I'm
you
like,
got
wait,
Heyman.
what? Yeah.
Yeah. Thunderbolt Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Bull Nakano.
Yeah.
U.S. Express.
Mm-hmm.
And Muhammad Ali.
Right.
I think there's going to be one more name involved.
Yeah, one more. Yeah.
But no, and then I heard no Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I heard that too. Ironically,
Contrary
I think the U.S. Express is ironically Bray's dad and uncle who are getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
Bray Bull was in the WWF back in 1994. Okay, Thomas, thank you.
Yep.
All right, so I didn't know because Yeah.
She was one of the main nemesis that would be against Alundra Blaze.
Okay.
So she was, Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano were major back in those days. So,
ooh, okay.
Until Alundra Blaze turned into Medusa.
Yeah, threw the title in the garbage.
Mm-hmm. So that's who Bull Nakano.
Yeah, I went through a period where I wasn't watching wrestling because I didn't have cable TV at the time, so I wasn't aware of who she was.
And it looks like Paul Heyman's going to be the headliner.
Yep.
Yep, he is. I mean, he's the biggest name. Well, besides, of course, Muhammad Ali, Heyman is probably the other big name in this Hall of Fame class. So obviously, he's going to get the attention.
As far as wrestling goes.
Yeah, as far as wrestling goes. Oh, and comment from Thomas. I read that they want to induct The Rock's grandma and Bray. Well, they're not going to induct Bray, but I think they might induct The Rock's grandma, Leah Maivia. That would be cool.
Yeah, I heard a rumor of that too.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy? It's like Rock's dad and both his grandparents in the Hall of Fame.
I heard that too, at least the last part, but I heard other reports saying not Bray.
Yeah, not Bray. I mean, and that is honestly surprising. Especially you're having his dad and his uncle as the U.S. Express going into the Hall of Fame.
Yep,
like,
you could have had him.
Why? You could have had Bray in there too.
Yep.
Right.
Well, what? But I'm just curious as to what had happened. Is it because his death is still fresh in people's minds? They want to give it some time.
And plus, I don't think it's a matter of if he's getting in. I think it's more a matter of when.
Yeah.
And they don't want to rush it.
No, they don't want to rush it. I'm sure they want to talk to the family, including JoJo, before they make that ultimate decision to induct him. Like, say, put him in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025, something like that.
Yeah, maybe JoJo's like, I'm not ready because she wants to induct him, and she's like,
well,
I'm not ready right now.
Between him and Bo
and
Dallas. Or her
Yep.
and Bo Dallas.
yeah, they could induct Bray in there if they
Yeah.
wanted to. Maybe they're not ready to do that. Maybe they're not ready yet.
But maybe you have JoJo induct Bray next year, and you have Bo Dallas
Mm-hmm.
induct this year.
U.S. Express. Yeah, you can have him do it this year. You have him induct his father
Yeah.
and uncle.
Yeah. I could see
Right.
that.
Yeah. That makes the most sense.
That's probably how I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Now, as far as who's going to induct Paul Heyman,
There's so many
I could
names
go a
thrown out
lot
there.
of different ways.
CM Punk, Brock Lesnar,
RVD.
Rob Van Dam. I mean, heck, you could even have Shane Douglas, who was part of the reason ECW came to be. You could have him induct Heyman.
Paul Wright.
Big Show, maybe. I don't know, but I think I would have said Taz
Kurt
if
Angle.
Taz was not signed to AEW as a commentator.
Speaking of Taz, go ahead.
His son's doing really well.
I was going to say I did not know that was his son.
Hook, yeah, Hook is Taz's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's getting better every time. Every match I watched Hook in, I just see him getting better. Yeah, just notice he's getting better.
I'm seeing that too. And while we're kind of on, AEW, what'd you guys think of Sting's last match?
Oh, watched it and I was like, God damn. Ooh.
Did you see parts of it, Dragon Viper? Or
I did. I saw.
I watched the whole thing.
I saw pieces and highlights of it. I thought it was pretty good.
It was. You should have seen the intro.
The
It's both of Sting. Poor Darby. His back, like one side of his back is like so bloodied up because he was gonna hit one of the Young Bucks on the glass and he just crashed right through it, and his back instantly, because it got cut up so bad, it was instantly started to bleed. It was like, oh.
It was real glass.
It was real glass.
Yeah.
This wasn't like the fake glass used in the movies. This was real glass. Yeah, I was going to mention the intro. Both of Sting's sons, one was done Surfer Sting style, and the other was done in the red and black face paint, like the NWO Wolfpack.
I think we need to get the tables.
Yeah, I think it'd be those damn Dudley. Oh. The Dudley boys inducting Paul Heyman. Yeah, well, that might be something.
Happen.
I mean,
it could happen.
If it weren't for Heyman running ECW, where would the Dudley boys be?
You did hear.
I mean, he had every hand in every promotion.
It was his baby, pretty much.
In every promotion dealing with ECW, WCW, and WWE, it could be anybody.
Anybody.
It could be Tommy Dreamer.
It could be Tommy Dreamer. I mean, I'm sure Tommy Dreamer can get some time off from TNA to come and induct his old buddy Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Bully Ray has a lot of time now. No, he just got let go. Or his contract ran out.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thomas, I'm waiting for lawsuits to come about from all that glass flying around. I haven't heard anybody complain like, "Oh my God, I lost an eye."
There was a complaint.
There was one complaint. I just hadn't heard of it, and I watched that whole match.
Yeah, there was
Darby versus the Bucks.
Yeah, there was a complaint. Some woman ended up with glass near her eye.
Oh cheek. God, there is. I think I've noticed this from some people who posted videos. There's a sign that says, come to this area at your own risk because you may have flying debris, drinks, food, maybe thrown at you, and a wrestler might end up crashing into you.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So there are signs posted at these AEW pay-per-view events and Dynamite and Collision tapings all the time. They let you know you're running the risk of having these ringside seats, and something could happen.
Well, and two, I think, like you said, there are signs saying, hey, if you get hit with glass or anything, we're not responsible.
We're not responsible, so we're not liable for it.
But it's the same thing with baseball games.
It is the
They say
same.
that
If
too.
you get hit with a foul ball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It ain't our fault.
It's not our fault. I mean, we're just playing the game. You're the one who decided to pay good money for these seats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Thomas is saying TNA would have to give Tommy Dreamer permission
Yep.
to induct Heyman.
I mean, if it was Scott
I'm
D'Amore
sure
in
he
charge
would.
of TNA, he would not have any issue giving Tommy Dreamer permission to head over to WWE to induct Paul Heyman. But since there's a different president of TNA, I don't know how that guy's gonna give Dreamer that time off if it is him inducting Heyman.
So far, things are running smoothly there, but I don't
So
know how
far,
long that will last.
but there's still a lot of wrestlers like Steve Macklin, Jordan Grace, Moose are all still PO'd at Anthem Sports Entertainment for firing Scott D'Amore, because Scott D'Amore was, for these people, the reason why they decided to sign with TNA in the first place.
Well, I'm sure people like
And they're
AJ
pretty upset
Styles.
about. Oh, I think Scott D'Amore wasn't in charge when AJ Styles was there. It was Dixie Carter.
I think he was.
He was?
I think so. From what
No,
I
wait a
saw.
minute. Scott D'Amore. Oh boy. Yeah,
I know originally it was run by NWA, but
yeah, it was. And well, originally TNA was Jeff Jarrett's promotion, and then Dixie Carter came along. and then at some point Scott D'Amore came around. And obviously people really respected him.
I've heard that.
Okay, so when did he join TNA? Scrolling down.
Because I think he joined,
Okay.
or TNA
I
started
think he joined
in
originally and he signed in 2003. According to this, he started working at TNA as a road agent in 2003. And it's the reason Chris Sabin is in the promotion, who's gone on to win multiple championships there. So.
And there's even talks
Mm-hmm.
that Sting should unretire and face The Undertaker.
Oh God, The Undertaker is done.
But then I saw a video, a short or whatever, saying that the reason why, Undertaker doesn't go to many events anymore is because he still has that itch.
Yeah.
If he goes to an event, like say WrestleMania or something like that.
Yeah, according to Thomas, since we were talking about Scott D'Amore, he was not in charge of TNA when AJ Styles was there.
Okay.
He wasn't there. No, Scott D'Amore he returned to TNA 2017 and was promoted to president in 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think by the time D'Amore was it left TNA and everything, AJ Styles had gone to Japan, I think, to be part of New Japan Wrestling and build himself up as part of the Bullet Club. Before coming to WWE, where we know the success he's had over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Any final thoughts before we head out for the night?
Thanks everyone for watching, and just stay tuned for more awesome stuff from coast to coast.
Dragon Viper?
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Thomas and Sarge for commenting. We do enjoy your comments, and
thank you.
Again, it helps our shows go by smoother.
Oh yeah.
And just to let everybody know, because it hasn't been mentioned yet, but it looks like that we will be having Between the Ropes every Sunday now instead of Tuesdays. So so look for us on Sundays, not Tuesdays now. So
Sundays, everybody.
We'll be here Sundays, 11 o'clock Central, 9 p.m. Pacific. Every Sunday. WrestleMania Sunday will probably be on afterwards, depending on the time.
Yeah.
We should be fine.
We should
I think
be.
they moved
I
the
mean,
start time, so
mhm.
should be a fun
We're
road.
probably going to be hyped up. We're probably going to be really hyped up after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Trying to come down from the excitement of the whole thing.
yeah,
yeah.
Well,
Especially because of the fact that I won't be really even watching it till both days until Sunday. So
Whoa.
It'll be a long day for me.
Okay.
it's gonna be old school mania.
One
day.
Just watch it like from the beginning all the way.
Yep.
Yeah. So with that, thanks everyone for watching and tuning in, commenting. We will be back next week for another edition of Between the Ropes. Stay with Coast to Coast for all of our great shows, and we'll see you guys next week.